the Vice Governor of Cagayan is with us, and he was telling this committee that there was no appropriation ordinance passed for them. And this ordinance is supposed to authorize, the local finance committee, including the governor, to disburse of these funds. And aside from that, Mr. Chair, that's my first or second, and my third is I would just like to know as to whether these 14 officers of the provincial government of Cagayan are banded. And if so, is it sufficient? Is the band sufficient? Because I heard that I think the maximum cash advance of one accountable officer is the maximum is I think I had seen it's even 22 million. And once an accountable officer has not liquidated, Mr. Chairman, their cash advances, they're not allowed again. They're not allowed to, as per COA rules, they're not allowed, supposed to be, to get another cash advance unless liquidated. So that's 3, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Chair.
Your Honor, as early as June 2022, Your Honor, we acted on this disbursement, Your Honor. Proof, we have issued AOM for our cash exam to the accountable officers, Your Honor, and I think we gave you a copy on this, Your Honor, that we flagged down the non-compliance on our circular with respect to their cash advances, Your Honor. So we have a report on this submitted to the good committees, Your Honor. And then from the time that we received information about that, Your Honor, we did not stop getting all the documents, and we issued even last year, Your Honor, AOM for the pandemic, and we did not stop prioritizing po yung trabaho namin over this, Your Honor. But we just want to be sure. That's why we're getting all the documents that we need. And now I think
Mr. Chair, I think the COA is not answering my question. He informed this body that there was an AOM, right? And then what comes next after AOM? It should be already a notice of disallowance, an ND.
May I answer, Your Honor? Your Honor.
Please proceed.
They responded to our AOM, Your Honor, and then we evaluated their response, and from their response, we issued another rejoinder, Your Honor, to check, Your Honor, so that we can evaluate. And the last Monday, Your Honor, they submitted to us their reply, yung hinihintay po nga ni Honorable
Mr. Chair, so long. They started auditing the disbursement as early as June of 2022. Ano na ngayon, mag-June na bukas. And how long supposedly, Mr. Chair, will the COA bakit ang tagal, Mr. Chairman? It's almost a year. Hanggang ngayon, I think something is fishy, Mr. Chairman.
Smell it already. Okay, Congressman Lagbat.
May I ask a few questions, Mr. Chair? And this can be answered by any of the responsible provincial officers. No cash advance and cash disbursement can be made during the banned electoral period without the knowledge and consent of the provincial governor. Is this correct?
Treasurer, at saka sino sasagot?
Yes, sir. He was because, yun nga po. Alam po. Alam. Siyempre, sa approval of the voucher because we cannot really, if there's no payment, approved payment.
In other words, the go signal came from the provincial governor. Is this correct?
Provincial Treasurer, please answer.
Yes, because he approved the payment.
Just answer yes or no. Para
Yes,
tayo.
yes.
Yes. Another question. In 2020, how much was the provincial appropriation for the pandemic relief assistance? 2020, during the height of the pandemic.
Your Honor, as I've said earlier, I cannot recall, but it's sourced out from various sources po.
Hindi, ang tanong magkano?
Yes, I
Hindi
cannot
yung source
recall.
of fund.
I cannot
Ang
recall.
tanong is
po.
magkano?
I cannot recall po, Your Honor.
Okay. You could have also recall how much of the fund appropriated was actually disbursed in 2020.
With regards po sa disbursement, I'm not in the position to answer that po.
Who is in the position to answer among the resource persons here?
It's the provincial accountant, Your Honor.
She's not here. Wala.
But we will invite her in the next hearing.
Who could
Let me-
also answer how much of the appropriated funds were not utilized in 2020?
Oh. Treasurer. Budget officer. Magkano daw?
It's still the provincial accountant, ano, sir.
Okay. Okay.
My God.
Okay. And
So next time around, the provincial treasurer.
what happened to the unutilized fund? Were this carried over to the next fiscal year?
Oh. Budget officer.
Your Honor, it's also the provincial accountant because they declared the retained earnings po kung saan na yung
Now,
pupunta yung
Unutilized.
unutilized.
Just for the record, Mr. Chairman, how much in 2020 was the provincial appropriation for pandemic relief assistance? No, 2021.
Oh, budget officer. Magkano daw 2021 yung pandemic response budget? Kung hindi niya alam, baka alam pa ni Vice Gov. Ayan yung problema nyo. Dahil sagutin mo muna for the record. Alam mo ba, hindi na naman. Siya accountant na naman.
I cannot recall po.
Oh, you can recall, okay. So that you can recall,
Mr.
Please.
Chair.
submit all the required documents with regards to the query being asked by Representative Lagman. Vice Governor, please. You have the floor.
Mr. Chair, ang nare-recall ko lang po was only 200,000 per barangay ang pinare-align po nila during 2020 at 3 beses po nila binigay po yun. Una po sila nagbigay 100,000, kailangan po i-liquidate. Pagkatapos po ng liquidation, another 50,000, liquidation po ulit. Tapos po yung panghuli 50,000, liquidation po ulit. Despite na alam po natin yung opo. So mga 16 billion po yun, yung pinare-align po, Mr. Chair.
Just a follow-up. Did the provincial government specify what would be the object of expenditure insofar as assistance to the LGU or to the barangay is concerned?
Opo.
Ano?
Yes, Mr. Chair po. They realigned po sa no barangay left behind po.
No
na
barangay
200.
left behind. So the
Opo,
barangay
200,000.
would have absolute discretion how to spend it.
Opo. During 2020 po.
How much again was the totality of this provincial appropriation for pandemic relief assistance in 2020?
Opo. During 2020, by realignment po, 16 million, Your Honor po.
Magkano?
16 million po.
16.
Opo, 16.
16 million.
Ang malala ko po, Your Honor.
And that is what is your recollection. But
Opo.
your recollection can tell you
Opo, opo. It was approved in the board po, Your Honor.
How much of this, how much in 2020 was the provincial appropriation for pandemic relief assistance? 2021. 2021.
When we're speaking of the 1,000 po, it's a new program that was proposed during 2022, Your Honor po. It's not an old program.
I'm asking for 2021. How much was the provincial appropriation for pandemic relief assistance?
Opo.
2021.
There's none that I can recall.
You
Your
cannot
Honor.
recall.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you cannot also recall how much was disbursed and how much was left. You cannot recall that.
Opo. Opo. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for the answer, Vice Gov. I will just give the provincial government, especially the treasurer and the budget affairs officer, to submit all the documents related to the query of Rep. Lagman in 7 calendar days. That's 1 week. I have to submit in 1 week's time. Hindi kayo pwede mag-request ng longer date because nandun lang yung record nyo sa province. Now, before, with the indulgence of my co-chair, PD, the Pogi, Barsaga, let me recognize Congressman Panaligan po. Please proceed.
I just want to go back to the COA, Regional Director, because you mentioned a while ago that you issued an AOM to the provincial government officials regarding the disbursement of the cash advances. Correct? May AOM kayong binigay sa kanila?
Yes, Your Honor. Meron
Okay.
po.
Kasi I also served as governor and a city mayor at madalas ako nakakatanggap ng AOM from our COA. And to the best of my recollection, nakalagay dun sa AOM, you are required to answer, di ba? Within 5 days with the supporting documents. So, I presume na yung inyong AOM directed sa kanila regarding the disbursement of the pandemic relief assistance, meron din kayong nakalagay doon na you're required to comment. Now, did they submit their comment? When I was governor and city mayor, talagang pag sabing 5 days, nagasabit kami ng comment namin, signed by the accountant, the budget officer, the treasurer. So, like question, sumagot ba ang budget officer, accountant, and treasurer ng Cagayan? And the governor, of course.